welcome to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him at GodsFiveMinutes@gmail.com. Now, here's Ed Wilson with God's 5 Minutes.
Hello, friends. Song of Solomon 2:15, beginning, reads, "Take us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vines, for our vines have tender grapes. My beloved is mine, and I am his, until the daybreak and the shadows flee away. Turn, my beloved, and be thou like a roe or a young hart upon the mountains of Bether." This passage has been variously understood through the centuries and perhaps has a significance to the marriage relationship. But today, let's look at it from a strictly spiritual perspective, which approach will certainly do no violence to its deeper meanings. Considered that way, the warnings concerning the little foxes can be thought of as cautionary to a Christian against letting little failures and shortcomings begin to creep into his life. Satan will take advantage of the openings they provide to nip at our fruit, which damage will cause it to lose its value. Who likes grapes the foxes have nipped? Jesus told us he is the vine, we the branches. We are to bear the sweet grapes of the Spirit for him: love, joy, peace, long-suffering, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. All of those things are tender. Just a little carnality will sour any of them. But the next verse speaks as if the admonition had been heeded. The grapes are not spoiled. My beloved is mine, and I am his. That is the eternal satisfaction of the child of God. If Jesus will claim us as his own, we believe his claim with a strong, settled assurance, and we have given ourselves to him, we can face anything. So how long can a person live a faith in this time world? A life of faith, rather, in this time world. Think of the disciples in their last all-night fishing trip. The long hours of being rocked with waves, tugging at heavy oars, hauling in muddy nets with not a fish's fin to show for it seemed to have been for nothing. But as the day was breaking, they saw the Master standing, limned in the radiance of the new dawn on the solid shore. He, with a word, turned all they had tried to do into success beyond their wildest hope. Was Jesus really only watching from the shore all night? No doubt his unseen presence rode with them through the hours on the ship and culminated at last with seeing him face to face. That's how he promised to be with us. Our love affair with the Lord is to be until the day breaks, until the long night watches of life in this vale of tears is over and we see his dear face waiting just ahead on the shores of eternity. Then is when the shadows flee away. How could professional fishermen try their greatest skills for the long weary night and catch nothing? In just that way, there is many an unanswered question about the mysteries of life in this world. A Christian life is a life of faith. But never mind, there is an end coming. The shadows will one day flee away, as a poet has said, when all that now seems so mysterious will be bright and as clear as the day, and the toils of the road will seem nothing when I get to the end of the way. The Lord loves us so much. Turn, he says in this passage. His unseen presence in our little boat of life is not watching us so eagerly to see if we can catch fish. He'll take care of that when the time comes. He is watching, almost with bated breath, to see if we will make the right choices, if we will eschew the wrong and love the right. His solemn, pleading turn is a longing cry for us to return to him the powerful love that drew him to this world with a burning love of our own. The word roe is from a Hebrew term meaning a gazelle or antelope, but also referring to the amazing grace and beauty of that animal. The term hart adds another dimension to the picture. A hart is a buck deer, which, while still not fierce as a wolf is, yet has antlers and uses them aggressively. The picture is of Jesus' graceful, beautiful people in spiritual things, taking the kingdom by violent determination to persevere. The word Bether, found only here, means separation. The sinful world, with its mistaken philosophies and oppositions of falsely named science, present mountains of obstacles to God's way. On the other hand, all through the centuries, those who have loved and walked with the Lord have scaled those lofty heights.
You have been listening to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him by email at GodsFiveMinutes@gmail.com. Tune in next time to hear more encouraging thoughts from God's Word on God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson.